Joseph Kwame Boakye Danquah, also known as J.B. Dankwa, was a Ghanaian lawyer, politician, and leader in the nation's independence movement. He was born on December 18, 1895, to Emmanuel Boakye and Lydia Okom Korantemaa in the town of Bepong, in the eastern region of the Gold Coast, Ghana, then a colony of Great Britain. Upon completion of senior secondary school at Begoro, he began working as a clerk for Vidal J, a barrister-at-law in Accra, the capital city. In 1914, after passing his civil service examination, Dankwa became a clerk at the Supreme Court. His brother, Sir Ofori Atta I, later sent him to Britain in 1921 to continue his studies. Dankwa entered the University of London in 1922 as a philosophy student and graduated in 1925. He continued graduate studies there and in 1927 became the first West African to obtain the Doctor of Philosophy degree from a British university. He also passed the British Bar in 1926. While pursuing his studies, Dankwa also edited the West African Students' Union WASU magazine and eventually becoming the union's president. Upon his return to the Gold Coast in 1927, Dankwa established a private law practice. In 1929, he helped J. E. Kesley Hayford found the Gold Coast Youth Conference and served as its Secretary General from 1937 to 1947. In 1931, he founded the Times of West Africa, the first daily newspaper in Ghana, which he published between 1931 and 1935. A column titled Women's Corner was written by Mabel Dove, who later became his first wife in 1933. Actively seeking measures that would increase the self-government of the Gold Coast, Dankwa in 1947 co-founded the United Gold Coast Convention, UGCC, the first political party in the colony. The UGCC, which was composed mainly of the colony's African elite, demanded constitutional reforms including eventual independence. Kwame Nkrumah, a US and British educated activist, was invited to be the party's general secretary. The UGCC split, however, in 1949 when Nkrumah formed the Convention People's Party (CPP), which had much broader popular support. Dankwa was elected to the Colonial Legislative Assembly in 1951 but lost his seat in 1954. By this time, he led the more conservative faction of independence proponents. After Ghana became independent in 1957, he ran against Nkrumah in the 1960 presidential elections. Following his defeat in that election, he became the major political opponent of the new government. Dankwa's continuous opposition to Nkrumah's government led to his arrest twice, first in 1961 when he remained in detention for a year. After his release, he was elected the president of the Ghana Bar Association, a position from which he continued to voice opposition to Nkrumah. Dankwa was arrested again in 1964 for allegedly plotting against the Nkrumah government. Dr. J.B. Dankwa was rearrested and detained on 8th January 1964 for allegedly being implicated in a plot against the president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. His arrest came against the backdrop of his alleged participation in police constable Sir Ametaway's failed assassination attempt on Kwame Nkrumah on January 2nd, 1964, which got the bodyguard of Nkrumah, Salifu Dagati, killed. On February 4th, 1965, Dr. J.B. Dankwa suffered a heart attack and died in a condemned cell at the Nsawam prison at the age of 69. According to extracts from the reports of the Commission of Inquiry into Ghana Prisons 1967 to 1968, the life of Dr. J.B. Dankwa in the cells was regimented in the same manner as that of a condemned prisoner awaiting execution. This means that he was treated as a common criminal while at the prison. According to the report, his cell was subjected to frequent rigid searches. He was chained and made to sleep on the bare floor. He died in prison on February 4, 1965 at the age of 69. After Nkrumah's government was overthrown in a coup in February 1966, the new government gave Dankwa a national funeral. In 2008, the Dankwa Institute was founded in Accra to remember and promote the ideas of this early Ghanaian independence leader. Thank you for checking out this video. We hope to see you check out our next video on this channel.